Welcome, Emerald City Comic Con. My name is Tyler, and this is Unnecessary Debates, the most unnecessary panel in all of this convention. I am Tyler from the Grand Geek Gathering, where we do this at a bunch of conventions around the country, but that's enough about me. Let's have our amazing unnecessary debaters talk about themselves. Genevieve Marie, how's it going? Who are you?
Hello. It's going pretty good. Longtime friend of the show. I'm Genevieve Marie. I'm a professional cosplayer, actress and model, and you also might know me from my own YouTube channel, The Rollout, where I'm a co-host with Lindsay Rousseau.
Awesome. Alrighty, Michael Tanner.
Hello, everyone. I'm Michael Tanner. I am a comic book writer and also a podcast host here on the Grand Geek Gathering Network. You might know me from my show, Burn After Pitching, or my comic books, Orcs in Space, or Junior Braves of the Apocalypse. Orcs in Space is out now. Have your local comic book shop order it for you.
It is
Plugs
fantastic. It is fantastic. Lemar Harris.
Top of the morning to you, lads and lasses. My name is Lemar the Con Guy. That's L-E-M-E-R-D, Con Guy. I am a professional idiot, host, comedian, stand-up person. I go to conventions and yell at people until they laugh. That's pretty much what my job is. And now you have to deal with that, Emerald City Comic Con. I am so sorry.
I believe you were also our reigning champion of this. And you and Michael I think have the most wins out of anybody else. And our final, and I'm really excited. Our other guest, he is one of the best debaters I know, Mr. G.
Great way to put expectations that I wanted to not live up to. Hi, I'm G. Everyone, name's Gerardo. I am one of the founders of Cosplay Wrestling Federation, and I help run a lot of events that Lemar brings people, but instead of them laughing at me, they yell at me to make them better.
That's true.
And then I usually get Lemar to help make them better. That's like, this sucks. Go do this. Oh, Lemar does it. Go.
Absolutely. But you know what? We don't care about anything. All we care about are these stupid questions that you guys are going to have to answer and debate with each other about. And that brings us to our round one. We all know Professor Xavier's school for gifted youngsters. And
wizardry.
Yeah, or of wizardry and blah 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 and all the stuff, from the Federation. No, but we know that different X-Men teach different classes. Like I believe Storm teaches, I think, history or whatnot. I might be very wrong, so please fact check me and tweet at me at JK Rowling and tell me how wrong I am. And but there is one class I would love to know what X-Men would teach, which is arts and crafts. So I need you guys to tell me which X-Men would teach arts and crafts at Professor Xavier's school for gifted youngsters.
Oh, all right. Nerdy question. Does it have to be an X-Men or just a mutant in the Marvel Universe?
Ooh. You know what? I'll allow a mutant. If you know a mutant, absolutely.
I do think current canon is that all mutants are considered X-Men, even good guys and bad guys. That is the blanket acceptance. We are all X-Men. So I think I as another person competing, I say we allow it.
Absolutely.
I love that. It's a conflict of interest, as in the conflict to make things more interesting.
Absolutely. All right, who wants to go first, or who has an idea?
All right. I do have an idea, and I'm not going to pick the obvious one. I'm not going to pick DP. I am actually going to pick Dazzler.
Ooh.
Wow. For those of you who do not know who Dazzler is, she's the one in the 70s white jumpsuit on the rollerblades. I think Dazzler would be absolutely amazing with this task because, I feel like she designs, makes, and blings her own 70s disco suits. So I feel like there's a lot to work with there.
She knows. Yeah, she knows a way around like cutting and
Right,
drawing
a
and
hot glue
sparkles.
gun.
Oh,
She'll
the
be able
heart.
to
Oh
teach the
yeah.
kids how not to burn their hands off using a hot glue gun.
I love it. All right. Who else has one? Has a one? Wow, my English.
Well, I'll go. So I have long held the strong belief that Xavier School for Gifted Youngsters is probably not a very good school. Um, I mean, I don't think any of them are accredited. I don't know anyone who says they got a diploma or anything. Is it a primary school? Is it upper education? I don't know. I don't think they even knows. I don't even think Professor Xavier knows what kind of school it is, other than having a danger room and beating up giant robots. I don't think that's a real school. So I don't think they're going to have a really appropriate teacher for arts and crafts. So I'm going to go with actually one of my favorite X-Men is probably the teacher. I'm going to go with Cyclops, because the straight-laced Boy Scout who has a secret deep kink side teaching the arts and crafts for the Xavier School for Gifted Youngsters is probably most accurate for the level of teaching going on at Xavier School for Gifted Youngsters. Can you imagine Cyclops teaching someone how to build a birdhouse? He probably does it. It's probably fine.
Wow.
There's probably no panache. There's probably no real like art to it. It's more of a craft. It's a craftsman. Cyclops seems like a craftsman. That's what I'm saying. So I'm going with Cyclops. I think it's the most reasonable answer because it doesn't make any sense, which is basically what Xavier School for Gifted Youngsters is all about, not making any sense as a school.
Cyclops would be flunking kids because their right angles were not 90 degrees exact.
Exactly.
Correct.
But what does failing at Xavier School for Gifted Youngsters even look like? Have you ever heard of them kicking anyone out? No.
Optic flunk.
They have to go fight Magneto by themselves.
You gotta go join X-Force.
Used the word kink in
X-Men in a while. Yeah.
with Gifted Youngsters. I think that's the moment that becomes an absolute invalid choice.
He's teaching them how to do knots, and he spends a lot of time on the rope work. That's all I'm saying about Cyclops.
It could also be the most one because they're like, you know what? Maybe the worst kids are gonna be taking this class, so maybe he won't be as impressionable to them unless he didn't teach like one of the core classes. All right,
Dazzler will do is
you guys, Dazzler dazzles. Cyclops would make everything paint red just to get over it. But we're not talking about the person whose core power is to craft the human body. And that would be Mystique. Mystique's main power is having to transform into other people, which requires some type of knowledge about how their body looks, feels, and acts. And I believe that is a craft within itself. Could you imagine having Mystique teach you about how to draw the human body? They would be the best teacher for that because they would just become whatever grotesque person they need to be for that particular class. Or beautiful. It just changes randomly. And I think that would be perfect because she's like, there's not enough shading on this side. This person doesn't have a knot on top of their head. What are you doing? I'm going to become your mom and then like divorce your father just because you messed up my class. And I think that's what Mystique would do. And so, yeah, I think Mystique would be the best because they have to craft stuff.
I've often thought
Wouldn't Mystique be a
human
better
body
figure
is the ultimate
drawer?
arts and crafts.
wait, what, Mike?
I say the human body is the ultimate arts and crafts project, right?
Really is.
What were you saying, G? Sorry.
Oh no, I was just like, wouldn't she be a better like still life or a figure drawing teacher than arts and crafts?
No, she would be because she has to create clothing too. G. She just doesn't create a naked senator, and then finds a suit. She becomes the whole senator, tie and everything, Armani, wingtip shoes, all of that from the brilliant creative mind. Mystique.
I will say this: I think Cruella would be 1,000 times better if it was actually Mystique instead.
Wow.
I mean, wouldn't every movie be better if it was Mystique?
That's true. That's
First
very
thing,
true.
How do
Cruella
we
as
know that
Mystique
it's
is just
not?
Lady Gaga.
She can look like anyone. Mystique
Good
is in
point.
every single movie ever made.
All right.
That's true.
As far as we know.
Put me in, coach. Put me in.
All right,
I
G.
got
Who's the
All
best?
right. We have heard a lot of compelling arguments, but there is an X-Men there in the canon who has come from a long line of arts and crafters, and that's Nightcrawler. That's right. Nightcrawler is the best because he's a descendant of the best people who can make the best arts and crafts projects out there, Germans. German cars, German wristwatches,
Oh.
German chocolate. Legos are from Germany. He's got, that's it. That's the best thing. Does anyone else can make chocolate? Or has made Legos? Or sound like a big happy German guy making a wristwatch? No! And I think Nightcrawler, by simply having a German accent, has put his classifications of arts and crafts leagues above their other choices. It's got to be Nightcrawler. Plus, he can teleport and get all the materials he needs, so that saves money on gas.
Legos are from Denmark.
Wait, what? I missed that.
Quick, no, say it clearly. Come
Say it
on,
clearly. I
come
need
on,
to know
Genevieve,
if I'm
say it
wrong.
one more time because there was
The
such
rest of the
a
internet
mic
needs to know if I'm wrong. Just
Let's go.
Legos are from Denmark.
They're from Denmark.
They're not
They're
German.
from
Legos
Denmark,
are not German.
Different country.
Whole different country.
But I will
But you
say-
know who'd be better at it?
Or European.
His mom, Mystique.
His mom.
I will say though.
Well, you
I mean,
know what? They might be Denmark, but Nightcrawler, my answer has helped me art and craft that opinion, whether it's true or not.
he can go and just transport like things like yeah. He can just like yeah. What's it called?
He's fancy UPS, you know it.
Yeah. Okay, I think I've heard enough, and I put in an online poll, and everybody from ECC has all voted. Thank you so
Uh-huh.
much
I
from
love
the
time
future.
travel
Uh-huh.
voting. This is great.
Thank you. Yeah, I know.
So-
It's yeah. Thanks.
That upload speed is.
Thanks, Elon Musk. Yeah, no. But okay, so I think the Dazzler is awesome, and yeah. So we have Dazzler, we have Kurt, we have Cyclops, and we have Mystique. And after hearing everything, I gotta give it to the Dazzler, but just because of the hot glue gun itself. I mean, she's the only one that actually like Mystique. That like the kid will be so close to gluing themselves, and Mystique's just like, do it. She's evil. Mystique is evil.
They would learn not to do it again.
Yeah, that's not what
Oh
a
my
teacher's
God.
for.
Yes, it is.
I am ashamed that none of us made a bedazzler joke during that whole thing.
Dazzler. I mean,
Yeah,
All of
You
you
know,
I mean,
that's
already
on us,
think
I
about it.
guess.
I
But
think I
who
would
cares?
change my
I
vote to
won. Next
Cyclops.
question.
Just saying, I'd change my vote to Cyclops. You know what? Let's get Cyclops to teach philosophy because that's what he's really good at. Morally gray areas.
yes.
God, why?
Because of that. But that's gonna take us over to round number 2. I know that a lot of us are probably Star Wars fans, and if you're not, you at least know a lot about Star Wars. And we all have our favorite Star Wars character or our second favorite Star Wars character. I don't care about that. I want to know who is the 4th best Star Wars character. Don't give me the first 3. Just give me the 4th best, okay? I don't care about anybody above or anybody below. I just need to know. The world is aching for the 4th best Star Wars character of all time.
Go on, 4th best. So we got to take our immediate answer and then downgrade it by 3.
I
Only if
mean,
you want to.
I'll start.
All right.
And I'll say what the truth is, and it's clearly Luke. Luke Skywalker is clearly the 4th best character of Star Wars. He has one of the slowest arcs of all time. He is definitely like he's the Cyclops of Star Wars. Like he's there to be a basic person. And like the most interesting things that happened to him is he got his arm cut off and then he gained depression once he yeeted his father to death. Like it's fine. But But he's still not bad. Like, let's talk about it. Darth Vader is way more engaging. Rey's storyline, except for the last one, was far more engaging. And then you put Han or Chewie above Luke every time. But if you're going to say not Mace Windu, Jesus Christ.
Luke.
Lando, if you put Lando up there, you know he's not top 5. You're wrong. You're wrong. So it's Luke. Luke is the 4th. He's not the worst. He's not the best. It's Luke Skywalker. And don't put the whole I'm sad that he died thing. He did one thing. He did one thing. And that was like be sad his entire life.
All right, so
Every Skywalker was a depressing bastard.
all right, so does anybody who have actually seen Star Wars have an answer for me?
He did nothing.
I got it.
For 6 movies.
Hear it.
4th best character is Obi-Wan Kenobi, played by Weird Al Yankovic.
Wait, what?
From the Saga Begins.
From the
music
Saga
video.
Begins. Because let's
That
face it.
licensed material.
It's canon,
That's
I guess.
expanded universe.
It's canon.
Expanded universe, and George Lucas said it was completely accurate.
Okay.
And you know what? Weird Al is already the top 5 of anything, and the reason why he's 4 is just because we want to just give top billing to the people who, so they feel better. He's secretly number 1, but I'm just saying 4, right? I mean, come on. Multi-talented, generation-spanning, clean-cut record. The probably is force sensitive with the.
I'll bleep it.
Good luck, future
Hopefully
editor.
Wait. Top tier performer can sing. The guy's probably force sensitive because of the way he plays the accordion. Top 4, right there. Weird Obi-Wan Kenobi, played by Weird Al Yankovic.
I love it.
All right, I have one.
All right.
And I think I've complained about this person a bit too much on this show, but this person was pretty top tier until they just kept showing up where they weren't wanted. My 4th favorite would have to be Sheev Palpatine. Because Sheev Palpatine was like level 1 badass. And then he just kept popping up in things. And especially the last trilogy where he was not wanted. And he basically became the last movie's largest stumbling block because they just kind of jammed him in there without thought or care. They just wanted him to be there. And I just think that I love him until he overstayed his welcome. So he just got knocked down the ladder a few rungs for me. But I do have to say that because I had to be different from Lemar, like I agree. I think I agree with you mostly. But the one that personally hurt me was Sheev Palpatine. So that's my choice.
I would agree with Palpatine, but for the exact reason you said, the last movie was the Game of Thrones of Palpatine. It was so bad that it erased everything they did up till that point.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I like how we're talking like Luke Skywalker is the vanilla ice cream of Star Wars characters.
Like he
is.
He is. Now, granted, everything around him, he is vanilla, but if you put some sprinkles on him, some Reese's Pieces cups, he becomes interesting, but that's not from him himself. That is everything else messing with him. Everything.
Yeah, vanilla ice cream.
Yes.
I don't mean it in a bland sense, but I mean like it holds the fort, but it ain't gonna.
Vanilla is
like,
not the worst thing. You ever have vanilla ice cream from McDonald's? It's great. It's not the best, but it's great. It's like the 4th best ice cream you can get at McDonald's.
Nobody's unhappy with vanilla. You just wish there was something else.
Right? Robert Van Winkle also appreciates that. And if you got that joke, you're clearly over 30.
Listen,
gosh.
you're all wrong. You're all wrong. You know it in your heart of hearts. You're wrong. Luke is the best character in Star Wars. But anyway, 4th best.
Agreed.
4th best.
I will fight you.
We will fight you. Let's go. Let's go.
4th best character, R2-D2. Everyone loves R2-D2, right? Nobody
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
like
why he's not the
R2D2.
fourth.
But he's not anyone's favorite character. No one's like, oh, there's a new Star Wars movie. I hope R2D2's in it. No one ever said that. Shut up in your face if you think
we
anyone
know
said
he's gonna
that.
be in it.
But he actually he wasn't. He wasn't in was Rise of Skywalker? Was he not in Rise of Skywalker?
I
Or no,
think
he wasn't in
no, he
Force
was
Awakens.
shown, wasn't he?
He wasn't in
Yeah.
Force Awakens.
He
Or he
was.
was
He was
shut
at the
off.
very
Just
end.
at
He's
the
not in
end,
it.
he's sleeping because he's so
He's
depressed.
sleeping.
Yeah.
R2D2, okay, you always love it when he's on screen because he's always doing something. He doesn't even have to talk. He makes beeping sounds, and you're like, oh, that's great. I love that little robot. And he's actually functional. He's a robot. They do a bunch of amazing little things in the movie. They open up a door that's locked. They like fix the Millennium Falcon. They have rocket boosters in the prequels. R2D2 is a utility player, man. He is a clinch player. Great character. He's no one's favorite, but you're always happy when he shows up. R2D2 is the fourth best character in Star Wars.
Man, if
Absolutely.
this is a ranking, top 10, 100%. I get to top 10,
Yeah.
not top 4. Oh my god.
Oh man. Okay, so we have Obi-Wan, Luke, Palpatine,
No, hey,
R2D2. I'm sorry,
Not
Weird Al.
Obi-Wan.
Weird Al as Obi-Wan. And I just want everybody to just know that this panel is called Unnecessary Debates. So I'm giving it to Obi-Wan, played by Weird Al. Incubate. Yay.
I hate this audience. I hate this
Unnecessary.
I
audience.
disagree strongly.
Welcome to Unnecessary Debates. So G won it, so I'm giving Mike 3 points. All right. So alrighty. So
Lemar, your argument won my heart.
Thank you. I love you too, Tyler. I need this to be counted again, like
Okay,
a
fine. Okay, how about this? If I give you a half a point, would you be happy?
It's better than 0. I'll take it.
Okay.
Lamar, stop going
alrighty.
into business for yourself.
All right. I bought him with 0.5 points. Alrighty. So the next question, round 3. What graphics? Okay. Alrighty. Round 3. Who has better benefits? Is it Justice League or Avengers? I know this is an and or thing, but I need to figure out who y'all's different arguments.
Who had
So,
better benefits?
Yeah, who has better
my God.
benefits?
I
Like the
mean,
whole benefits package, like health,
absolutely.
retirement, pension.
Health,
Yeah.
dental, retirement.
1,000%.
Yeah, we're centering on employment benefits, not like just benefit. Like
I feel like if you're a
intrinsic.
superhero, you still have some liability stuff, and I'm sure that they'll just offer, some health.
American
benefits.
employee insurance benefits and things of that nature.
right.
Not like
I mean,
riding around in the
obviously-
invisible jet is a benefit of being in the Justice League.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
absolutely. Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
understand why we're even debating this. It's obviously the Avengers because you got that Tony Stark money behind you. Like you're basically funded by a private corporation rather than the Justice League, who is basically what I would imagine to be government funded. And we all know in America how our healthcare system works. I just think that in the private sector that the Avengers would definitely be able to at least the ones that they like consider like, hello, you're an Avenger, the ones that they shake hands with, not necessarily like Ant-Man or even Hawkeye. I think that like I think that those people probably they're just like, you're just lucky to be here. But the ones that they actually like consider a part of the core group have just the best healthcare benefits along with retirement. I mean, I'm sure they've set them up well.
I'm gonna want to jump in because I agree with Genevieve.
Okay.
For
Lamar's
entirely different
fuming, by
reasons,
the way.
and I hate most of her
Mars
reasons.
dying. Yeah, I know they have Batman. I get it. But
Okay,
something
but
just tells me that the
here's why I agree with Genevieve is not because Avengers are bankrolled by Tony Stark, but because of a fundamental difference in the DC universe and the Marvel universe. The Marvel universe is actually going to probably canonize and make official the benefits package of the Marvel universe, because the Marvel universe is just overall more grounded, where the DC universe is a more fantastic universe where it's more likely that they've never really thought about should the
they
JLA
kind of do it out of the goodness of their hearts. Like it's a like and a lot of them also have day jobs too that they head off to, whereas most of the Avengers that is their day job, like heroing, especially if they're a part of the core group, is their day job. So that's tied directly into the benefits that they get. Whereas, like, Diana, she works at a museum, and Bruce Wayne, like, he does like the charity benefits and runs Wayne Industries or Enterprise Industries, I think, yeah. And like, and the Green Lantern, I mean, I don't know if he still flies jets, but like they all have a day job, and that is very suspicious to me as well. Like, would
They're
they
part
need
of the
to
gig
work a day
economy.
job if they were being paid well by superheroing?
Now I'm thinking
You know,
about
like
I'm thinking about superhero Uber now. Super.
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 Somebody just swoops down and picks you up by the armpits. If they have
Spider-Man's all, rate me
power.
5 stars.
I just want to take Justice Lift. Like, all right,
All right.
Lamar.
That's
It
gonna
looks
be,
like
that's gonna be in some comic before too
G,
long.
do you want to say anything first?
I think with the amount of like frustration that's building, let's just give your meter more time to charge and I'll step in. Okay. Now I
I know, I'm
actually
fascinated to hear what you have to say.
it means that everybody else is going to be listening. Like, forget what G's saying. I'm waiting for Lamar. I went back and forth on this because first we were at money, like, Justice League has Bruce Wayne money, and Avengers not only has Tony Stark money, but they also probably can access Wakanda money, which is a lot.
Yeah.
However, I am going to go out on a limb here and say Justice League for a meta reason. And that is because, and please correct me if I'm wrong, and if I'm going to go out on a limb and say this. I feel that Justice League has more benefits because I will be able to cash in my life insurance multiple times, more so than if I was in Marvel. Because Justice League characters tend to die and not stay dead. In fact, the concept of death, of killing a major comic book character and bringing it back, was popularized by Superman, and we keep doing it. Marvel characters have a nasty habit of when they die a lot longer or stay dead, while not with the Justice League. So that's why. That sweet, sweet life insurance plan, I will be able to double dip, triple dip, and quadruple dip.
But it
So
is hard to
talk about who
build
has
up
better benefits,
equity
it's
when
about-
you're being rebooted every few years. That's the only downside.
That is the one downside. But I would probably be able to use my benefits package the most in Justice League. Because if we're bringing it to America, what good is our benefits if we can't use them? Like unlimited vacation time. It's just set dressing. It's like the male Wonder Twin. It's just there.
all right, Lamar.
Answer should clearly have been the Justice League.
Okay.
Why?
Indeed.
Because
He's using his inner voice.
the Justice League is actually a collection of people working together to solve general problems. They fund each other's things versus hoping one warmonger decides to help them stop the problem they created. They self-govern. They don't need other people to govern them most of the time. Also, most of the Justice League knows what it's like to have regular jobs, which means they can get regular care. Batman runs a business. Wally West does whatever Wally West does. And what does the Avengers do? Most of them avoid the clear therapy they need, which they can't get because they don't have the benefits. Tony Stark would have solved all of his problems if he had any therapy benefits. Bruce Banner probably could use a little anger management. Black Widow had the entire childhood that had no therapy. Can we go? Hawkeye probably should have went to college for archery. Wouldn't have been great, but they had no benefits to send him. Also, Hawkeye has a family. You ever think about that? They don't have any benefits to Hawkeye. You know why? Because he lives on a farm in the middle of nowhere. But look at now look at the Justice League. Everyone has jobs. Everyone is a regular person. They have like one ridiculously smart one ridiculously rich person, which got their wealth from ill-gotten means as well. Yes, but not direct warmongering. So I'm going to join the Justice League, which is actually a well thought out, put together league of people versus a bunch of anarchs that go, I also want to punch this thing, and leave Wakanda alone. Wakanda was fine until two toking white guys showed up and fucked up everything. Wakanda has great benefits. Tony Stark has great benefits. The Avengers are just anarchs.
I'm just too afraid to not let Lemar win this one, so I'm gonna give this one to Lemar. I think, is everybody okay with that?
I don't want
Sure.
him reaching through my camera, so yes. Why not? I could rebut. I could rebut, but
You could rebut,
I
but you'd be
could.
wrong. You would be clearly wrong because they are crazy people without therapy insurance. So that's what their issues are.
Lamar just
You
gave
have
like
to agree to go to therapy. That doesn't mean the benefits aren't there, but you have to agree
there.
to go to
Exactly.
therapy
All of
in
them,
order to get
every
help.
single one
And I
decided
don't
not to get
think
therapy.
Tony Stark
All
really
of them,
wanted to
I
agree.
bet Tony's not funding a thing.
I
Tony,
feel like the argument that the Justice League isn't in desperate need of therapy, very suspect. We got a rich guy whose parents got killed when he was a child, who runs around dressed as a bat. That
Look,
guy needs therapy. Come
look,
on,
look, look.
you got
Look, look,
you got to have
first
a
thing-
level playing field.
And he let a
That's
kid
gonna be your
die
argument.
too. And he let a
Wait
kid
a
die.
minute. Whoa. I think that just speaks to the level of therapy in the DC universe, because we've been trying with the Joker and the rest of Arkham how many decades?
Superman only went crazy at the very end there. He's fine.
He is fine up until the moment he couldn't take it anymore and he snapped.
Yeah, okay. And then look at Tony Stark.
I mean,
Let's just have universal health care so everybody's happy.
Tyler, is this a way for you to smuggle in Medicare for all talking points into your podcast?
that's exactly what the whole point of unnecessary debates is. No, but on that note, I'm gonna give everybody the win here. Everybody gets a point.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna give Lemar 2 points because 2.5 points because of passion. But that's gonna go to our next round. Cue the graphic. Alrighty, you guys. This is gonna be a lightning round one. So, lately this one guy has been casted as everything possibly. So I need to know what his next role is gonna be. Who is Chris Pratt animating or voice acting as next? So he's Garfield, and now he's
Jesus Christ.
You know
Win!
what?
Win!
I give
Thank
my
you.
vote to
Next
Michael Tanner.
question.
We're done.
Yep,
We're done.
that's the answer. And next question.
We're done.
Alrighty. Michael Tanner there. I'm going to give you 2 points for that one. For being so quick. And for the last question is going to be, I need you to pitch me a bad movie that needs to be remade with the Muppets. So,
Oh, a bad movie. Very
a
specific.
bad movie. It has to be a bad movie.
Okay.
So, yes.
Oh no. Oh God. The first one that I thought of is the worst. It's a bad idea. So I'll skip over that idea.
Those are
and then
always
go
the
to
best
the
ideas.
There's no such
Those
thing
are
as a
always
bad
the
idea.
best ideas, though.
It's
Oh,
probably going. I already know what mine is.
I can't say mine. It's not PG.
PGify it. You're going to have to with the Muppets anyway.
Okay.
Lemar, you already have it. Do you want to go first?
I'll go. everything as is. I want to let you know as is. No director's cut, no remake, no nothing. The original Suicide Squad with the Muppets would make far more sense if Gonzo was the Joker, the chicken was Harley Quinn, the evil bird was was Mallory, whatever her evil Viola Davis's character, I forgot what her name was.
Amanda?
Amanda Waller, yes, the
Waller,
angry bird. If Kermit was Deadshot, no, if Fozzie was Deadshot, that'd be great. If Miss Piggy was Enchantress for some reason, I believe that entire movie would be wildly forgiven as is. You don't need to do too much changing to make it absolutely ridiculous. And then the one guy whose entire job was just to get his head blown off the first time, make that the shrimp dude. And just have him show up for no
He's
reason.
a prawn.
He's a
Prawn.
prawn. He's a
Prawn.
prawn.
My bad. The prawn dude. But
Love
I
that
want
thing.
him just to continue to show up. It's like, I'm in this movie for no reason. And so I'm going to continue to be in this movie for no reason.
Wait, so who's the one human in the movie
God.
then?
Huh?
Who's the one human in the movie then?
I want. You know what? Give him a second chance. They didn't give him a second chance at other Suicide Squad. Let's get Will Smith back as Deadshot.
Okay.
Get Will Smith back.
Okay, Mike, I hope you and I would agree on this, but Lou Zealand needs to be Captain Boomerang.
Yes.
Lou Zealand's the guy who throws fish. And he has the accordion. He has the accordion thing.
New Zealand?
Lou Zealand. I love Lou Zealand. Okay.
Okay, I'm ready with mine.
All right.
It is not a PG movie, but because it's the Muppets, I think it could be done PG friendly. And I'm going to go with one of the most notoriously bad movies of all time, Showgirls.
God.
So,
Uh-huh.
I know you all think I'm going to say Miss Piggy as Elizabeth Berkley role, but no. Gonzo gets to be Elizabeth Berkley.
I love it.
Kermit is Kyle MacLachlan. Miss Piggy is the Gina Gershon character.
Oh my God.
And then the Robert Davi, who plays like the kind of bad guy, I would have him be Fozzie. I would love to see Fozzie play a bad guy, like the Heavy. And as for the one human, I'm going to look at the cast list of Showgirls and see who I can pick. There's the dance choreographer, played by Glenn Plummer. I would have him be the human, and I would recast him with Daveed Diggs from Hamilton. And there we go.
I love it.
I'd
Muppet
watch that.
Showgirls.
I'd watch the crap out of that. Alrighty. Oh man. G and Genevieve, the G's.
Oh God, I just can't
Did you-
even.
Do you need more time? I could go.
I do need more time just for the casting of this.
Okay.
Okay. So here's the thing. I'm really bad at seeing the most notorious bad movies. So if you test it, like, what would the storyline be? I don't know. I just know that they're bad. However, there is one bad movie that I know I could cast, and it's just worth casting for sheer novelty, and that is the live-action adaptation of Fist of the North Star.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Who is who? I don't care. It's a live-action Fist of the North. Actually, no. Kenshiro would be Fozzie. So instead of it's waka 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 waka, you already laugh. And then the person will explode. That's it. You know what? Tyler, forget you. I'm going to modify this casting. Fist and North Star, everything the same, except Fozzie is Kenshiro. That's it. Same post-apocalyptic bad guys, same desolate setting, except it's Fozzie as Kenshiro, as tall as Fozzie would be, so he's like fighting everybody in their shins. That's the movie. That's the effing movie.
I would make one addendum. I think the villain should be played as Sweetums, the big one, like, hey guys, where you going? Like that guy. I think it should be Fozzie and then him.
Wait, actually, no. The final villain, the Rao,
Mhm.
would be somebody else, another Muppet who could have a spammable sound effect, and that's the Swedish Chef. So,
You all. All of
Yeah.
you are fired. Oh
Yep.
my god.
I love it. I love it. And okay, and that brings us to Genevieve.
I'm way too excited about this. I'm sorry.
I want to see
Well-
all these.
Going out on a limb here, I would like to see a Muppets remake of Mommy Dearest. And of course, the incomparable Miss Piggy must play Joan Crawford. But here's the twist: I need Animal to play Christina as the child, and then I need Sweetums to play Christina as the grown up, as the adult. And then, of course, you can't have a movie without Kermit the Frog. And so he would play Louis B. Mayer. Yes. Yeah. And that's pretty much, I'm trying to think of who else I need to cast in this.
Oh my god.
But yes, that's pretty much that's pretty much what I've got.
I just want to.
If you can
I'm
only
very
imagine
much
Miss
into that
Piggy
one, yeah.
just screaming, "No more wire hangers!"
Yeah, like that. Like, that would be.
I
Just
hate you
going
all.
real ham with it.
I hate
No
all
pun
of you.
intended.
Oh,
Full pun intended.
my
The entire way.
God.
I hate
Okay.
all of you.
I'm sorry, Hollywood.
I think we're making Hollywood better. Okay, so
One step at a time.
so we have Fist of the North Star. We have what else? We have oh my god, I'm forgetting it because he's
Mommy
so funny.
Dearest.
Oh yeah,
Man,
Mommy
I can't
Dearest.
wait to get picked.
Yeah. Mommy Dearest, Showgirls, and then what was yours again, Lemar? Oh yeah, Suicide
Original
Squad.
yeah.
So man, okay. Well, I'm texting Jaden Smith's fourth cousin, Jack, and he is saying, well, Showgirls was up there, but I think Mommy Dearest just stole the show, and so yeah.
Victory.
So Jaden Smith's fifth cousin, Jack, Burton. They don't have the same last name. They're
Jack Burton.
They're fifth
Jack
cousins. I don't
Burton.
know. He's not real. But yeah, no. Genevieve won, and if I tally up the points, the winner is me. No, I'm just kidding. No. The winner is on this one. It's going to be Genevieve, Lemar, Mike, and G, and also everybody watching this panel because none of this matters. Everything's crazy. Thank you so much for watching. But first, before we go, Genevieve, where can they find you online?
You can find me basically on any platform at Genevieve Marie Cosplay. Just
Alright.
search it. You'll find me. Oh yeah, and check out my YouTube channel, The Rollout.
Absolutely. Michael Tanner.
You can find me on Twitter at Mike is Ernie. At Twitter, you know how Twitter works. Use the search bar. Also, order my comic, Works in Space. It's backwards, but it's out now. Also, my podcast, Burn After Pitching.
Lemar Harris.
Top of the morning, Lemar the Con Guy, Lemar the Con Guy, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all the same. Make sure you make me feel special and say hello and then tell people, hey, this guy's funny. You should invite him to do the things. And then I will be like, I'll go. And then they'll be like, but why? It's like, because I'm bored.
So go to lamartheconguy.com and fill out the application for Lemar to do the things. Alrighty. And G.
Yes, you can first off find my team over at Cosplay Wrestling Federation. Search us on Facebook. I'm on Twitter too, showrunner_G. I too would like to be invited to stuff and then be like, hey, you're cool. You should do things. And I'd be like, can you like pay me? And they're like, no, maybe we should go to Lemar instead. That's probably the interaction. But I still like having that interaction. So please start it.
The last few minutes have been reminding me of like those 80s like dating VHSs. Anyway, and again, thank you so much for watching and for being here. I'm Tyler from thegrandgeekgathering.com, where we have a bunch of podcast videos, articles, and so much more. We're going to be doing Unnecessary Debates at C2E2, also virtually if you're going to be there. Also Anime Pasadena if you're going to be in SoCal, and a bunch of conventions next year. So please be safe, and thank you so much, and have the best ECCC ever in December.